A 1985 Lincoln Cent no mint mark. Now this coin is an extreme type of error. The coin is a bonded pair. It weighs 5 grams. Look at that, man. That is amazing. Man, I love just extreme types of errors like this. This penny sold for over $880. Moving on to a 1985 D mint mark. Now this coin was not only struck off center, but it also has that curved clip there on the left side of the coin. Now this penny here is graded at a mint state 64 red, and this penny sold for around $60. Now here is something, of course, that can fit in a coin roll. Now it isn't super valuable, but we see here on the reverse of the coin that it is partially plated. So that is actually not done by someone, that's actually a mint error. And this coin here sold for around $30 as a result of that. So is it worth getting graded? Maybe, but you know, you're not going to be making a ton of money off of it. Here's a 1985 penny that has been double struck, that second strike being 75% off center, and this penny here sold for around $65. Of course, you know, double strikes happen on other coins as well, not just pennies. Now here's something, of course, that you can always be on the lookout for on your pennies, not just the 1985. This is a clashed die. So we see here the pillars from the reverse of the coin coming through here on the obverse of the coin on each side of Lincoln. Now here on the reverse, you should be able to see that line there that outlines going down to the E, through the C, up through the other E, and the N there going up to the building. That is actually the outline of Lincoln's head from the other side of the coin, the obverse side of the coin. Now this penny here sold for around $45 as a result of that mint error. Now had it been a much higher grade, it would have sold for more money. This is only graded at an AU 58, so had it been a high mint state grade, of course, you could get a lot more for this coin. Now here's the 1985 that has been double struck. Now this coin here is in pretty rough shape. It's damaged. The coin only sold for around $30 as a result of that mint error. Here is a 1985 Lincoln Cent. Now this penny here is solely valuable because of its grade. It's got a lot going on for it here. It's graded at a mint state 68 plus, and it has that red grade. So there's red pennies, brown pennies, red brown pennies. This is red. Red is always going to be the best, and it's got that mint state 68 plus grade. The coin grading scale only goes up to 70, so this being at a 68 is extremely rare. There's not going to be many of them out there. This coin here sold for over $5,000. What would you do with 5 grand? Let me know in the comments below. Now here is a 1985 no mint mark that was struck off center. This coin here graded by NGC, and this penny sold for around 60 bucks. I always have to throw these coins in. The 1985 double denomination, where the Lincoln Cent design here was struck on a 10-cent Roosevelt dime. Like I always say when I cover these coins, you see the design of both the Lincoln Cent and the Roosevelt dime here. This coin sold for over $750 as a result of that mint error. Now this next coin here is pretty cool. It isn't super valuable. It sold for around the $90 range, but the coin has been partially plated. So this isn't actually a science experiment penny, you know, where you turn a penny from copper color to silver color. This is actually a mint error where the coin was partially plated. So this penny here sold for, like I said, around 90 bucks. Now in 1985, we also have the S mint mark that is the proof coin, and this has a perfect grade of a proof 70 with that deep cameo, and this coin sold for over $1,000. Now here's a 1985 S mint mark as well, and this is going to be the proof coin. This is graded by PCGS at a proof 64 red deep cameo, and it has a lamination here on the obverse of the coin, which we can see going through Lincoln's face there, all the way through his ear, all the way to the right side of the coin. So that is pretty cool. This coin sold for around $50. The 1987 Lincoln Cent that has a cud here on the left side of the coin, and that is a die break error taking place. That creates that cud there. You can look for these on all kinds of different coins, not just Lincoln Cents. And this penny here sold for around $34. Now if we look at a much larger cut here on the left side of the coin, this is the 1987 of course as well. We have that die break on the obverse, the front of the coin. This coin is graded at a mint state 65 red. And we see here on the reverse the result of that die break there. You see on the opposite side of a cud, you will see it's all worn down on the other side of the coin. Now this penny here sold for around $95. Now this is a very similar cut here, 1987. So probably I would assume came from the same die. Now this coin here sold for over $100 as is on eBay. And you can see that it's not in the greatest shape. The mint state 65 was much better shape than this coin here. But let's move on to a 1987D that was struck on a defective and cracked planchet. So we see that there on Lincoln's arm or on the side profile of Lincoln. Defective planchets are on all kinds of different coinage as well. And because of that, this penny sold for around $135. Next up is a 1987 D mint mark. Now this coin was struck 45% off center. Pretty much explains itself. You see it in the image displayed. It's struck off center. This coin sold for around $50. Now here is a 1987 D mint mark that has a repunched mint mark. Now this coin is not sold, but they are asking over $180 on eBay for this coin. You know, I don't really see a lot of the 87 D mint marks that have been repunched. Here's an example of what a repunched mint mark, you know, will look like. So, you know, just always check your D mint marks with your USB coin microscopes. I have those microscopes available again on couchcollectibles.com. Now this coin here, like I said, they're asking over $180. Will they get it? Probably not. But, you know, they might get over $100 or something. Now here is a 1987D with the obverse and the reverse struck through. You see around the rim of the coin how it is all worn down as a result of the mint error. Both, like I said, on the obverse and the reverse here of this penny. This coin only sold for around $25. So, you know, not really worth having graded unless you want to keep it, you know, encapsulated in a coin grading slab. But, you know, that's totally up to you. Here is a 1987 D mint mark that has been triple struck. Now, this is a really awesome type of error. This coin here sold for over $170. I have to add one of these to my coin collection. Now, here's a 1987 D mint mark that is on an unplated planchet. So this coin here sold for around $75. Who knows, it could sell for a lot more in today's market. It all just really depends on when the coin sells and of course the demand for coins like this. So 1987D, now don't get this confused with, you know, the science experiment pennies, you know, that people turn silver colored and gold colored. Watch my gold penny video. Just type in gold penny here on YouTube and watch that video. I explain that. Now here's a 1987 no mint mark that was double struck, and that second strike is 75% off center. So this coin here sold for around $70 US. Moving on to a double die obverse. Now this penny only sold for around $13. You know, so look for doubling on the date, the lettering, you know, all that good stuff. You never know what you can find out there. Mint state 64 grade on that. Now here is a penny that's sold on eBay. It's a 1987 that has a die clash. And we see that there, the pillars of the Lincoln Memorial here coming through the reverse on the obverse of the coin. So always be on the lookout for those on all kinds of different dated pennies and other coins as well. You know, die clash, of course, is not just on the Lincoln cent. So this coin here sold on eBay as is, ungraded, for around $80. Alright guys, until tomorrow, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.